Hey guys, welcome to another collection video, and as you can see we're gonna look at the Atari Lynx. I love this system because it had a few things that competitors didn't. A backlight screen, for instance, a beautiful colored screen, great sound, and the possibility to press two buttons and flip the screen about. So when you were left-handed you could play it like this. Now I think the Atari Lynx was way ahead of its time. Sadly, there were not many games released for the system. Not enough anyway. Only 72 commercially released games that got released, and those are the games I'm collecting for. I don't really go after prototypes or demos or homebrew games. I just want the games like they came out. And another great thing about the Lynx was this sun visor, which allowed you to play this outside in the sun, which is a remarkable feat because I don't think any other system ever created something like this, and it works. I grew up on the Lynx. One of my older cousins used to have one, and whenever we got over there on a family visit, I used to play the Lynx all the time. I didn't own a GameBoy when I was a kid, so I think this is the only handheld I played when I was younger. And I loved it to bits because it had Batman Returns, it had Lemmings, it had a.p.b. I also liked the casino game and Scrapyard Dog, and there are many more. I love this system. So it has a special place in my collection. So now I'm going to show you my games. Pit Fighter, you probably know this from the SNES or the Mega Drive. It's just an average fighting game, nothing too special. Then we have Joust, pretty good game. I keep most of my Lynx games in these protective boxes, just like I did with my Game Boy stuff. I don't have enough yet, so I need to order a few more, but they are a great size, and they do a good job of protecting my games. So yeah, that's Joust. We have Jimmy Connor's Tennis, which is a decent tennis game. We've got Ishido, a puzzle game that I didn't care too much for as a kid. Might need to give that a new chance. We've got Tournament Cyberball. Yeah, robotic football action. Haven't played that much. I did play this one, Pinball Jam, with Elvira. Pretty cool pinball game for back in the day. We've got Quicks. I didn't own this when I was a kid. I didn't own any of the games, but my cousin didn't own this one. This is from Telegames. To my knowledge, they pretty much released games that I never saw as a kid, so I don't know. I think these are a bit harder to get. You can buy them fine through eBay because none of the Lynx stuff is really expensive, apart from maybe 5 games. But I ordered this one from eBay because you don't see this game or any of the Telegames games in the wild much. So, Quicks. You probably know Kicks from another console. It's just this game in which you have to make lines to open up a picture and score points. It's a fun game. Then we have Rampart. You probably know this from a different console as well. Great game. Also on the Lynx. Robo Squash, which is squash with robots, I guess. Can't say I played this one either. But it has a two-player Comb Lynx capability, which is cool. I've got 2 Lynxes. I've got the Comb Lynx cable. I should try that out sometime. We've got Kung Fu, a really common game, but fun. It's a funny game. Now this is a game I love. Clax. It's a really fun puzzle game. I probably like this even better than Tetris, and it's really cool. It was released on different systems, so you won't need a Lynx to play this, but it's a really fun puzzle game. If you have it and never played it, try it out, and if you run into it, buy it. It's a fun puzzle game. We have the Ultimate Chess Challenge, also by Telegames. I've never seen this when I was a kid, also came from eBay. It's just your basic chess game with very decent graphics, I might add. And I like to play chess. Then we have Warbirds. This was a great game for the Lynx. You might have seen my Amiga videos and learned that I like wings. And this is a pretty decent dogfighting game. Pretty decent. Pretty popular. I don't think it's rare. It gets named as a rare game, but you can find it fine on eBay. None of this stuff is really rare. I've got one that's really rare, but I'll get into that later. The Viking Child. Also a fun game. Bit of a platformer. Pretty cool game. We've got Steel Talons. Very common. You can also see it here. Still got it in the original packaging. Also have Kung Fu like that. I like to keep these closed. Steel Talons, yeah. It's a basic shooter with a 3D perspective. I don't care too much for that. Sports. European Soccer Challenge. Again by Telegames. Yeah, soccer. What can one say about that? Voetbal. Gates of Zendikon. Now this is a cool game. It's a pretty cool shooter. It's a good one too. Definitely check that out if you have a Atari Lynx. Cool game. This one is a little bit more uncommon. Gordo 106. Weird title. Platformer. Funny game. Weird game. We've got Hydra. Common. Yeah, you've got one of those power boats and you have to race. It's okay. This one is pretty cool. Played this as a kid as well. Dirty Larry Renegade Cop. It's kind of like a it's kind of like a beat 'em up with a gun. So you just walk around shooting these guys, and it's a fun game. It's a fun game. Then we go with Battle Wheels. I never played this. I should try this out probably. Graphics seem a bit shoddy. I'll give that a try. Battle Wheels. This one is fun. Scrapyard Dog. Played this as a kid as well. Pretty cool. You have to look for your dog. Cool game. Turbo Sub. Every console has a game like this in which you shoot from a submarine and destroy these boats and other submarines. It's okay. We've got Switchblade 2. Platformer, fun game. Try that out. Shadow of the Beast, a classic of course. Should definitely try that out on a Lynx. Chips Challenge, also a fun puzzle game on the Lynx. And we have my latest game I got in, Shanghai. This is a Mahjong type game, and I played this as a kid. It's a good game. Mahjong is a good game, this is a good game, and it plays pretty well on a Lynx. We also have more sports. We've got basketball. I don't care too much for sports games, and this one is no exception. Can't say I played it. This is a rare game, and I'll add some gameplay of this at the end of this video. Double Dragon, again by Telegames. This one is quite rare. It is on eBay currently. I checked that yesterday, and it goes for about 100 to 150 euros. each time it sells. It is a nice condition. I bought this at a convention one time for 90 euros. And the guy who was selling it also had Desert Strike at the time, which is just as rare. And I still regret not buying that as well, because I can't find it for the life of me now. So Double Dragon. If you're curious about how this plays on a Lynx, then stay tuned, we're gonna play it at the end of the video. Miss Pac-Man. Everybody knows Miss Pac-Man. It's just your Pac-Man game, which is fun. Dino Olympics. This was a platformer type game with puzzle elements, a bit like the Lost Vikings, I think. It's a bit different, but it's a fun game, cool game. Bristol Mines 2, also fun to play. Bit of a puzzle game. And now we have Checkered Flag, pretty common. It's just your basic racing game. It's okay. One of my favorites, but very hard, Batman Returns. It basically came with every system as a loose card, so I like owning a box copy. It's a fun game. It's pretty cool, but it's very hard. It's very hard to even reach the second level. And being a Batman fan as I am, I just wanted to play this game for once and see all the levels, and I did, but I had to cheat my way through. I saw the end though. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I remember playing this as a kid and didn't understand what I had to do, because it's a bit vague. You have to travel through time and go to all these periods and collect certain things, but it's not very transparent in what you have to do. Still a fun game, and I probably should give it another try. Then there is Lemmings. People say this game is rare. I don't think it's quite that rare. You can find it easily, but it often demands a pretty high price. This is a game that I played a lot as a kid on the Lynx, and it plays really well on the Lynx. You might not expect that, but it's very decent to play this. It's a very fun game on any system, but also on the Lynx. Slime World. Yeah, this is a pretty cool platformer in which you have to shoot with slime stuff, and it's a cool game. And I never noticed this before, but you can apparently play this with 8 players. Wow, that's pretty cool. We have Super Squeak, another puzzle game, pretty common game. We've got Rygar, which is another type of platformer game. Pretty cool, pretty hard. Rampage, cool game. Destroy buildings, always fun. Pretty cool. We have Zolor Mercenary, which is also a very cool game. It's a bit of a shooter. With all these kinds of elements, a shop in it in which you can buy power-ups and weapons, and it's pretty deep for a Lynx game, and that makes it pretty cool. It's fun to play. Try that out. We have Xybots, which is a game I haven't played yet. Looks decent though. Should try that out. Also pretty hard to find, Baseball Heroes. This is partially sealed. I'm not sure if you can see that in the video, but it looks damaged, but it isn't. Just kept the seal around it. Yeah, baseball. Don't care too much for it, but need to have it in my collection. Blue Lightning. Yeah, I don't really like these type of games, but I hear that a lot of people say this is a good game, so you might like it. I just needed it for the collection. a.p.b. This is a very much fun game. It's probably a bit like the first Grand Theft Autos, in which you have to do certain missions with a certain time limit, and it's really fun to play. The gameplay works very well, the controls work very well for the Lynx, and this is a great game. This is one of my favorite Lynx games. You should try that out. a.p.b. Batman Returns, and what was the other one? Yeah, Lemmings. Those are amongst my favorite games. You should really check those out. And the last one for my collection, Awesome Golf. You don't see this one a lot either. Bought this at a convention as well. Wasn't too expensive, but I hear this is pretty good. I haven't played it yet, but I liked these golf games as a kid when I was younger on different systems. They usually play really well, and I think this one will too. So those were my boxed games. I also have some loose ones, but I won't put them in this video. I'm actually collecting a full boxed set and loose cartridge set at the same time. And I have some loose cartridges which I don't have boxed. So I have some more games, but for the video I'm only going to show my boxed stuff. So that was it. Let's go look at Double Dragon. There you go, Double Dragon. Let's put it on easy and normal. I'm playing this through a viewfinder, so that's pretty hard. You can see that the screen for the Lynx is pretty zoomed in. So, here we go. Okay, I can kick as well. This probably won't be your favorite version of Double Dragon, but it works pretty well for a Lynx system. I think it's pretty amazing that this game even came out for the Lynx. Pretty cool. I'm sucking though. But playing through a viewfinder is pretty hard. Don't whip me. Yeah. Whip it. Okay, so that's enough. If you guys want to see any more games for the Lynx in a video, then let me know. It'll be a pleasure to me to make these, and hope you like it. If you have never tried out a Lynx, please definitely do, because it's a fun system. If you like 8-bit and 16-bit games, you definitely want to try the Lynx out and give it a chance. So that was my video, that's my collection. I'll keep you updated when I get more games for it and when I complete it. See you guys!